Hey, it's time for another FAQ video. This one will be for June, and I grabbed these questions from my Facebook page, which you can find if you search the Small Things blog on Facebook. And every month I put out a call for questions and then try and pick ones that are interesting or universally helpful for multiple people and then answer them in these videos. So let's go ahead and get started. The first question is great. I'm actually glad someone asked this because I've been wanting to talk to you guys about this already. She said, why does my hair never feel the same when I wash it at home versus it being washed at the salon, even if I use the same products? It never feels as soft or it looks as shiny. So the biggest difference with this is, let's say you're not getting a color done, because color is going to change the way your hair feels, at least temporarily. So let's say you're just going in for a normal haircut, a trim, and your stylist is using the exact same products that you use on home. Let's say you have the same water, so it's not a well water versus city water thing, it's the same stuff. The first thing I would say is oftentimes the stylist spends a little bit more time lathering the shampoo and using the pads of his or her fingers to really get in to your scalp and make sure they're cleaning every part of it. And sometimes they'll even shampoo twice. It's kind of up to the stylist. Every once in a while, if I have clients that like to go a couple days between shampooing, I'll shampoo twice, and if they don't really need it, I'll just shampoo once. So it's really just a matter of preference. So that's the first thing. The shampoo, there's normally a little bit more time spent on that. And then secondly, with conditioner, we spend a little bit more time running it through and raking our fingers through your hair to make sure it's almost tangle-free while the conditioner is sitting on there. And then the biggest difference that I think clients forget to do at home or have no idea that they're supposed to do this anyway is to not rinse the conditioner out completely to where your hair feels squeaky clean. So you almost want to leave a tiny bit of the conditioner in your hair so it's not dry feeling. So the best way I can kind of instruct on doing this from behind the camera is next time you're washing and conditioning your hair, kind of keep track of how much time you spend rinsing it out and get an idea of how it feels once you've rinsed it out completely like you do traditionally. And then next time, shave like 20 seconds off of that to where it feels like there's a little bit of conditioner left on there. Not a ton, like your hair's going to be greasy, but just a little bit as a layer of protection. And then see if that's a good amount, and if you can use a little bit more, shave a little bit more time off the rinsing, or if it's too much, rinse a little bit more. So kind of fine tune. But the idea in general is that you want to leave a little bit of conditioner on your hair as sort of a form of protection and smoothing and shine. So that is the biggest difference. That's the stylist secret that I'm telling you guys. So question number 2 asks, what is your opinion on beach wave perms? So I don't have super strong opinions on perm. Well, I guess I kind of do. I hate perms, so that's I would put that in like the strong opinion category. I don't think they're terrible. I don't do them because I hate them, and my clientele is not typically at the age where you're getting perms on the regular basis, but I just don't like them, and I totally think they're fine for like older women who don't have time or aren't interested or aren't able to style their hair. Like, I think they're fantastic for that. I'll probably have my grandma had a perm, my other grandma had a perm. I'll probably have a cute little perm pixie cut when I'm 89. But for now, I'm gonna stick with my natural texture anyway. I hate perms. But if you want a beach wave perm, here's the deal. Now, perms have come a long way. I'll give them that. Oh. Okay, I thought my cat was breaking in. Oftentimes with a beach wave perm, it's just a regular perm rinsed out a little sooner than usual, so you can't really control the amount of curl or the wave pattern that you're trying to put in with the perm solution. So it's a little bit risky, but stylists that do those a lot of times they probably have it mastered and can probably tailor it down to exactly the wave pattern you're interested in. But oftentimes, since it is a perm rinsed out too soon or just a very like diluted perm, it's not going to last as long as like a full force perm. So you might not get the full results you're going for. So I'd say if you're interested in that and you really want to try it, try it. It might be fantastic, but it's probably not going to be like the dream beachy, curly, wavy hair that you just have to wake up and, like toss it over your shoulder and it's perfect for the whole day. Oh, Paranormal Activity style again. So I'd say if you want to try it, but know that it's probably not going to be your dream hair that you're imagining. Okay, this question is, how can I get my hair to not flip in the back? And speaking of the back, my cat is trying to come in the doorway, so if you start to see some movement back there, my house is not haunted as far as I'm aware, and that is Grits. And he might be haunted, so it might be kind of two in one thing. But okay, the question is, how can I get my hair to not flip in the back when I style it straight? So I'm going to assume that this haircut is ending roughly at about her shoulders, either right at or right below. And a lot of times there's little you can do to control the flip on your back and on your shoulders because it's just going to want to kick your hair out there. But the right cut has a lot to do with controlling a flip and the right styling methods. So a lot of times we try and counteract the flipping out with curling it under or flat ironing it under as dramatically as it's going to flip out, so it'll sort of, negate the flipping out action, if that makes sense. But oftentimes that makes it worse because you can pretty much count on your hair flipping out if it's ending right at your shoulders and if it's kind of a blunt bob. But if you style it straight, just pull that flat iron straight down, don't try and bend it any direction. If it's going to flip out, it's not going to flip out as much. It'll just kind of kick out a little. Whereas if you spend the time to curl it under, since you know it's going to hit right at your shoulders, that curled under piece is just going to flip right around and curl out the same amount that it was curled under. Okay, so I hope these hand motions helped, if that makes sense. So try and style it a little bit straighter in the back and don't try and counteract the flip. And if you cannot handle it, it probably needs to be touched up with the stylist, either more layering or a little bit of texturizing. So I would say consult your stylist on that one. Okay, the next question is fantastic for summertime and also people that use well water. What can I do about styling my hair with well water and what kind of product should I use? So oftentimes with well water, there's mineral deposits that stay on your hair. It makes your hair feel really heavy. Sometimes it makes your hair feel really soft, but it can be heavy way down and almost unstylable. I lived with a girl for a summer and she had well water and I was like, wow, my hair feels great, but it doesn't do anything because it was almost too soft. So the thing you want to do with that is introduce a clarifying shampoo every once in a while. And if the water gets to be too much of an issue, this sounds super high maintenance, but I'm just going to throw it out there. And I have a client that has done this because she needed to, and I got to be honest, I'd probably do the same thing. You can rinse your hair, you can shampoo, condition, do all of your stuff in your shower, and then do a final rinse of bottled water or filtered water. And that should help kind of rinse off all of those minerals that would otherwise be left on your hair. So basically, the more filtered or fresh non-well water you can use on your hair, the better as far as styling goes. But a clarifying shampoo would help get the extra stuff off every once in a while, and you can even go to a salon and have an intense clarifying treatment done there as well. If you're with well water all the time, I would say consider that or talk to your stylist about doing that once a month maybe, and follow it up with a really good conditioner because clarifying shampoos can be a little abrasive on the hair. Oh, hey Grits. You want to get on my lap? Hey. Okay, you want to sit down? That's a good one. And then on that same note, if you are going to spend a lot of time at the pool this summer at the beach with salt water, a clarifying shampoo is not a bad idea to use anyway because it'll get all like the chlorine or the salt water or any kind of the junk left on your hair out. And you can find these in drugstores or you can get a professional brand. Just be aware that you're going to have to use a really good conditioner afterwards or consider following up with a good deep conditioner so you kind of keep your hair really healthy after you've cleaned it all off with everything. Okay, so that is all the hair questions that I'm going to answer for this FAQ video. A few of you asked some baby questions, and I haven't talked about this at all on my YouTube channel because I'm primarily a blogger, but I'm trying to, edge my way into the YouTube world as much as I can. So one of you asked when I was due, and I'm due December 18th. Another person asked if we had any names picked out or if we've talked about names, and we have 2 picked out, one for a girl and one for a boy, that we really like. And we didn't spend a lot of time going back and forth and debating, but we were, over Memorial Day weekend, we were down in South Carolina with my family, and we were laying by the pool, kind of just lightly talking about names, and Justin threw a boy name out there, and I was like, I like it. And he was like, me too. And we were like, all right, well, let's keep that in mind. Like, it wasn't what I imagined it to be, like, you know, going through 5,000 names and making a list and hating everything he says and he hating every option I have. Like, it was kind of easy. And we may or may not end up naming, if it's a boy, him that name. But it would be kind of funny if we did, because it was super easy. And same thing for the girl name. It was something that I kind of liked, and he was like, yeah, sounds good. So I don't know if once we find out the gender, it's going to make it more real, and we'll be like, we have to fight about the name, or I don't know. But either way, we got 2. So for right now, I think we're set. We don't have any backups because we like the 2 that we talk about. So when I pray for the baby, I pray for either the boy or the girl name that we have. And so it would kind of be weird at this point if we named him or her something different, because I've been praying for them by name this whole time, if that makes sense. And then someone asked if we had an inkling as to what the gender is. I think someone asked this. Oh, someone asked, are we going to find out the sex of the baby? And we will. We will find that out in about a month, I think, sometime mid-July. We are fully convinced at this point that it's a boy. I have no idea. Well, one of the reasons why is Justin really in the beginning pretty much only exclusively talked about it like it's a boy. Not because he doesn't want a girl, but I think he just talked about it like it's a boy for whatever, probably because he's a guy. And so that had an influence on me, and I was like, okay, well, him and he and our son. And so we just kind of talked about it like that. So at this point, if we do find out that it's a girl in July, it would be like, wait, what? What happened to my son? Because I just kind of picture it as a boy, and I've had dreams about him already, and I like saw him. He looked like my brother, which was weird. He had freckles, and I don't think babies like have freckles ever. And so it would just be really funny if it was a girl. And we feel like with our first, either gender is going to be fun and exciting and new, and I'll probably care a little bit more what we get second, should we have a second child. Because if we have a boy first, I'm really going to want a girl second, so we have one of each. But if we have a girl first, I'm really going to want a boy second. And I don't know how many kids we'll have, but so fully convinced it's a boy. Everyone I talk to says they think it's a boy, other than my mom and one of my clients' daughters said they think it's a girl. I think just to be different. And Grits is about to jump. Go down, buddy. It's okay. It's okay. Go ahead. No? Okay. So we'll see. We might be in for a shock to find out it's a girl, and I would be super excited about it. So we'll find out that in July. Okay, the last question about baby-related pregnancy things is someone asked if I was taking vitamins prior to getting pregnant for my hair, and now that I probably am taking vitamins, which I am, for prenatal vitamins if my hair has been different. So I haven't noticed an extreme difference with my hair at all. I've noticed my eyelashes have gotten thinner than usual, which is a total bummer because I have like 4 hairs per eye. It's really sad. I know I talk about this a lot, but I mean, if there's one thing in life I could change about like hair type of things, I think I would ask for like plush eyelashes like my sister. She took all of them, left me with none. So and I thought, oh, when I get pregnant, I'll have these crazy like perfect eyelashes and super thick volumized hair and more eyebrows, and no, I've been like slim pickings over here. So I don't know if that's going to change. I'm taking my prenatal vitamins, and we'll see. So I hope I don't lose more hair after I have the baby. My mom didn't, but I know everyone is different. But, you know, I'll probably have other things to think about and, you know, like focus on at that period of time, like my child. Alright, so that is it for this FAQ video. I hope this was enjoyable and helpful. If you want to ask questions and have them potentially answered in one of these videos, be sure to become a fan on the Facebook page, which, like I said, is the Small Things blog on Facebook. That is the only place I take a call for questions. I don't do it on my blog at all, just to kind of keep it all streamlined in one place. So if you have any other general questions, please check my FAQ page on my blog. A lot of you have asked the same thing that I've already answered a couple of times, either in previous FAQ videos or on my FAQ page or in blog posts. So use the search button on my blog and see my FAQ page, because my goal is to provide you with as many answers as I can, and I hate when it seems like you guys can't find them, and I know my site could probably be easier to navigate, which I am working on, by the way. But check all of that, because most of the answers are up there for you already. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and shut this down because I cannot stop talking. But thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Grants, that was like perfect timing. Oh my gosh.